What is up, guys? Emmanuel here, back again, hitting you with another video. But today I wanted to switch it up a little bit for you guys. I was really trying to figure out the best way to provide value in the form of, one of our typical, YouTube style videos where I'm kind of breaking down some lessons learned, things like that. But today I wanted to switch it up for you because I had something really interesting happen to me and I wanted to kind of express it, vlog style to you, because I think this is really the best way I can really articulate the story and kind of extrapolate the lesson learned here. That being said, now before I get into the good stuff, you know the deal. Make sure you click the like button, the subscribe button, bell icon, show us some love, show YouTube some love so that they can continue to support our channel and, all that fun jazz. Anyway, let me get into the good stuff. So I want to tell you about a little bit of a story that happened to me several weeks ago. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, I go on the talking circuit as it pertains to, trying to provide value to a lot of these brokerages out there, both locally and nationally. And I was doing a talk a couple weeks ago, and it was a good crowd. And then after the talk, everyone really enjoyed all the stuff that I was kind of providing. After the talk, there were a couple people in the office that I knew, so I left the classroom. I walked around and said my hellos to a few familiar faces, and in the process, one of the gentlemen that that was in the class actually pulled me over to his office. He wanted to kind of have a bit of a one-on-one with me because he really wanted to learn a little bit more about what we do and really some of the struggles that he's facing in his business. So what happened was I was having this conversation with him. I really started off the bat like asking him how long he's been in real estate. And the dude has been in the real estate game for a good 30 plus years, so he's a veteran in the game. He's been around long before this whole social media trend really took off. So I walked into his office and I had a conversation with him. But before I kind of tell you about how the conversation went, I want to kind of paint this very vivid picture for you. So he pulls me into his office and he's like, "Hey, look, I hear about what you do. I like what you do. How can you help me?" And then I kind of break down. I ask him the question like, "What are you working on? What's the biggest challenge?" And then from there, he starts directing me toward these sheets of paper. And in these sheets of paper, there's a laundry list of all these different strategies: fixing CRM and cleaning it up, multiple websites for his businesses that he's focusing on. He has mastermind groups, he has meetup groups, he has social media platforms, he has ad campaigns, he's doing commercial real estate, he's selling residential real estate. He's also interested in international transactions. Like, clearly the dude was like all over the place. Now I bring this up because I hate to say this dude, like, this might be a little bit of an edge case in terms of like the extremities of being all over the place, but his story has a lot of similarities to a lot of the realtors out there that I speak with, and this potentially might be speaking to you, and I mean this with all due respect. I want you to understand, like, hey, look, I'm about to break down and give you a very, very basic lesson to take out of all this. So kind of let me continue on the story. Let me get to the punchline. So he kind of goes through this laundry list of all of his different strategies and tactics that he wants to implement, and then from there, I really ask him the question, where do you get the bulk of your business from? And he goes on to say that he has a database of about 5,500 people, and about 85% of his business comes from this database of 5,500 people. Ha ha, hurrah, hurrah, huh? That's very interesting. Now hear me out on this. Now, if 85% of your traffic, of your business comes from your database, then, and essentially, the way I like to think about it is like we're running a marathon. You're 85% of the way to complete total utter fulfillment, up the finish line of your goal. Then why the heck are you going to start another strategy and essentially start from 0%? So if I'm at 85% of success in my business and, I'm 15% away from being able to get 100%, and that means that I just need to maybe systematize some processes, clean up a few things so that 100% of my business is coming from this sphere, this database. Why the heck am I going to start a meetup group? Why the heck am I going to start this social media campaign? Like, why the hell, like he was telling me, oh, I just moved to this new location. Why the heck am I going to start farming this new location and essentially starting from zero, like on multiple platforms when he's already 85% of the way there? All right. Which then brings me to kind of the point of today's conversation. And it's really twofold. Number one is this person clearly suffered from shiny object syndrome. That's where, you get thrown a whole bunch of different strategies and tactics when in reality, the answer to your problem, the solution to fixing what you're struggling with in your real estate business is right in front of you. But instead you're being blinded by all of these other different strategies and tactics like Facebook ads, Zillow ads, and all this other nonsense when darn well the bulk of your business is right there sitting in front of you. You're 85% of the way there, and you just need to figure out how to get the rest of the way, that remaining 15%. Think of it this way. All you really need to do for that last 15% is just look at yourself in the mirror and figure out what you need to do to solve this problem to get to 100%, systematized process for your business, to have all of your business just funnel in through this database. So that's kind of item number one I wanted to point out for you guys. Like, if you're already almost there, the truth of the matter is there's no point for you to look somewhere else for business. You're just not being real with yourself. You just need to look at yourself and figure out, what excuse am I giving myself to make sure I don't get to that 100%? And then once you figure out what that excuse is, then just throw it out the window and figure out what the problem is that you need to solve to get to 100% of completion for mastering your database, systematizing your process so that you can have all your business just funnel in from that database. So that's lesson number one. And then lesson number two in all this is the fact that he said that 85% of his business is coming from his database. Yet, one thing that really stood out for me is that when and obviously I was having a conversation, kind of really trying to diagnose what was going on in his business. And he kind of said, 85% of his business is coming from his database, but how many of that is, retained customers, retained clients? Like, if you have that many people in your database and you're getting that many or that much business, but they're not coming back to you, then it's clear to me that there's one very, very specific problem that you're facing. Or actually, it's the second problem, I guess, at this point. And that is, my friend, that you have a fulfillment issue. Ha 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 ha. If they're not coming back to you and they're going to someone else, that essentially means that you're not very good at your job, because your customers worked with you and then they ended up going to the other guy. So again, it's maybe just taking a hard look in the mirror and figuring out where your flaws are, what's stopping you from getting to 100% in this one piece of your business that's already getting you 85% of success in the last 30 years, and just be real with yourself and fix those problems. And through fixing those problems, you'll get to 100%, you'll get to your goals faster. One of the big things, and I'm pretty sure you've maybe heard of it, like Warren Buffett even says, when you're planning out your goals, list out 10 things, list out 20 things. And once you've listed out those 20 things and you scratch out the rest, you only focus on the top three. And in this particular case, his top three was really taking a hard look and fixing his fulfillment, cleaning up his database so that it's all nice, neat, and packaged, so he knows exactly who he's talking to, when was the last time he talked to these people. And then lastly, systematizing the process so that it's now just, you just feed the machine and it's going to output the exact same result. And then over time, he'll be able to build that predictability within his database. Yeah, that's really the point of today's story. I just wanted to break down a little tidbit, a little nugget from one of my experiences. Like, sometimes the end result that you're looking for isn't very far away. It's really just a few steps away. You just maybe need someone to kind of point you in the right direction, just reset expectations, give you back some tunnel vision, because all the shiny objects, you need to kind of just move away from your peripherals and just focus on the one thing that's making you the most money. Final little note, one of the best pieces of advice that I've received in my career as a founder, CEO, entrepreneur, is that the fastest way to success is to become very good at solving one problem, to the point where people will start coming to you instead of you having to hunt down customers or clients. In his particular case, he has people that he can reach out to, and he just wasn't reaching out, like he wasn't resonating with them properly, or he wasn't fulfilling their needs properly and solving their problems properly. But if you just fix that one thing and become so good at fixing that one problem, at least for him and his database, it's really the fastest way to 7 figures. And the other piece is that, simple scales, guys. I want to keep repeating this into as many people as possible. Hey guys, simple scales. There's no other way to put it, no other way around it. Like, the simpler you make your solution to solving your clients, your avatar's problem, the faster and more easier it's going to be for you to scale. All right, guys, that's about it for today's video. Again, I want to switch it up for you guys a little bit for today. But if you enjoy this, drop a comment in the comment section below. Let me know that you like this kind of video, or these kind of videos where it's just kind of me giving you some real talk, or maybe hit that like button. But aside from that, if you like this video, then I highly recommend you check out this one right here. All right, that's about it. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.